Demetrios, and I'm from Jackson Heights, Queens, and I like to draw things.
What was the reason you started to do graffiti?
Um, One of the reasons was peer pressure, social acceptance, especially at such a young age. Um, I mean, that was generally the majority of reasons why. But otherwise, I was always just really creative and wanted to do something rebellious on the street for people to chill with and see, I guess. Aside from my own signature, I guess I have a certain amount of insecurities and anxieties that translate to visual expressions, which I apply on almost all my pieces.
Could you go more into what your signature is?
Um, More like a signature style as opposed to a signature by hand.
Anything, like if there's a signature character that represents you,
Like
style.
like a graffiti signature.
Or anything in terms of your artwork.
Um, I guess the graffiti influence for sure. I used to write a bunch of letters and whatnot in notebooks, but then it evolved into what it is today, which would be my illustrations. But graffiti was definitely a big inspiration.
Is there
I think subliminally, yes, but I'm not too sure of that just yet since I haven't matured in regards to my concepts or, um, yeah, my concepts. But mostly, I guess conceptually, I would have to say that it's just a lot of my pent up energy and anxieties and insecurities again that I just kind of throw up onto paper from the brain.
do you individuality?
There's definitely a sign of individuality with graffiti, but it is mainstream. It's become a commodity once again over, and I think it's always going to be that way. But there's a good fine line between people who really love and respect it and who are graffiti or art, and the people who just want to make money off of it and find their little schemes or, more power to everybody. But
What
just anything comfortable because I don't really give a fuck about what to wear, I guess, right?
Yeah. What
Learning, patience. I mean, it's really not, it shouldn't be difficult at all. You should just do it. But it takes time, and people expect things to happen overnight. So to just be calm and make it shouldn't be difficult.
right?
I like fashion design, but fashion to me is a bit of a contradiction, excuse me, where fashion is expressed as an art form where you can wear whatever you want, but anyone who's elite in fashion kind of, from my own experience, I see kind of looks down on what people wear if they're comfortable wearing whatever they want.
Right.
But yeah, fashion is interesting for sure. Shit is crazy.
Interesting to you.
Um, just the notion that one can take their own individuality and turn it into something so expressive and colorful and not care about walking around on the street with millions of people to watch them. If anything, they want them to see them, which is that's pretty awesome. Oh,
In terms
I
of
guess,
clothing.
yeah, stereotypically like a thug, like a hooded thug, you know?
You're
But
right.
I've met people from all over the place who do graffiti, like, not to sound politically incorrect, but like someone super white, you would never even expect them to, and then meanwhile at 3 in the morning they're climbing buildings and writing their name all over the place, which is pretty
Right.
fucking rad. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
one?
Oh man, that one's hard to think about. Something that allows you to remain off the grid, but still large enough to carry everything you need to accomplish what you need to do that night.
Could you be more specific in terms of design? Like if you wish there was more pockets.
Yeah, inside pockets, slips, secret pockets,
Or
secret
a specific
zippers.
type of material.
Um, I imagine like a janitor suit, but that's a little bland, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, just something that's naked to the eye. Only the person who would purchase it or wear it would know even the detail and technicality of what they're wearing.
Right.
I mean, I guess that would be the kid. That should be the right.
Mhm. Is there?
I guess for me, I don't know. I'm pretty boring. Something just like '90s and bland and baggy. It's comfortable. But you guys can take control of that and really just funk it up because I have no idea, no idea about fashion.
Okay.
What pieces go where, I don't, you know. But yeah, I guess, right, shit.
Okay, if we were.
I'm sure there is. I'm not too aware of what it might be now, considering nowadays I haven't done graffiti in years. But I'm sure it's the same, just like gang names, slang for cops or
Uh-huh.
sounds to make sure everyone's okay. Um, and then slang for the paraphernalia, like for the cans or the markers or whatever else is calling them or making up names with within the group of friends so that they can communicate with each other that way. I think as graffiti, as within my group of graffiti artists and artists, I don't think they really pay much attention to what they put on when they wake up in the morning, but more so what they will create for the day. Or, I mean, some of them are crazy. They don't even really pay attention to anything around them or in the world. They're just kind of in la la land and being creative, which is just as important as anything else, I think. Mm, Man, that's a hard one too. Yes and no. Um, Considering society standards for what should be, how you should be accepted as an adult, I think they really take away a lot from certain people who are born with certain skills and how much happiness they can bring to the world, or just more open-minded scenarios with color and friends and communication and connecting as opposed to what it is like today.
Um, the artist, you consider that a subculture?
Um, Maybe not as much as a subculture. Not as much today, considering the mainstream and the saturation with the internet and so on and so forth. But I guess, yeah, I guess like I said earlier, certain individuals are really true to the art form regardless of what happens around them. So I think there is still a subculture that's really deeply embedded into something that's not along the lines of what everyone else wants you to be.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.